random dark match. Let's see. Let's see. I think Muta is the fucking answer here. I'm gonna go Muta and Bruce Lee. I feel like that's a good ass matchup here. Well, I think technically Bruce Lee has been on my show before, but that's what we're gonna do while I make the announcements, let people know that wrestling is happening.
Hoi! Yeah!
Yeah, what's happening? Just making the social media thing happen. So, you're coming in right during the dark. Okay. Yeah, I suppose it is about to start gearing up for tax season. Yeah, well, certainly good luck with that. Like, I feel like any customer-facing job, like, there's gonna be some fucking weird people, although, I guess how weird can you be about taxes? But, I don't know. Yeah. Also, like, with the matchup going on in the ring, just thinking about the idea of the Great Muta and Bruce Lee, who probably could have worked together, like, in a totally theoretical capacity, like they were both kind of at their peak at the same time. But always did, like, wonder, like, action movie stars in pro wrestling matches, or like pro wrestlers in action movies, in like an action movie type fight scene, because a matchup I have always had in my head for years and years is like Prime Mick Foley versus Prime Jackie Chan would be just an absolute brawl of a contest. So I think the two of them could play off each other pretty well. And also, Mick Foley, a pretty funny guy when he wants to be funny. Yeah. Be a man that's immune to pain against a man that does his own stunts, and that's, I don't know, I thought that might be it. Looks like the Dragon will best the Great Muta. Show Cold in the center of the ring. But, yeah, with the dark match wrapped up here, let's go ahead and get set up for another edition of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. So I'd like you guys to get on your feet and make some noise, as we are about to be live officially right now. All right, Blake's House Wrestling fans, we have another fine edition of Blake's House Wrestling prepared for you guys tonight. Of course, we suspended the Mag.Lo Open Challenge last week, as Mag.Lo looking to get an opportunity in that trios division, coming up just short. But will resume his duties protecting this house from all comers in the Mag.Lo Open Challenge. And hold on just a moment here. And it is entirely possible you did do that thing. And I just... Let's see. Okay, yeah, you did. I just missed that note, so that one's on me. So, apologies there, so we are all square here. That is going to be tonight. I had them penciled in, I just didn't remember which match type. So, but, so as I was alluding to just moments ago, of course, Robert Walsh and John Newton have been in a bit of a blood feud as of late. You saw Mr. Smith of the firm get involved in one of Robert and John's matches last week. Those four individuals are going to settle it in the ring, hopefully decisively, in a Landmine deathmatch near the tail end of this show. There is, however, one match that is going to take precedence over it, but we can call these two co-main events, as that match as well as this match, Sterling versus Terrell for the Blake's House heavyweight title. That match was, of course, announced last week. Both of these contests just absolutely tremendous in magnitude. But additionally, as we mentioned last week, I know you guys have been waiting to see Terrell defend his Blake's House Heavyweight Championship. Well, this will be his first ever title defense, and he is going to be defending against the de facto #1 contender, a man that had to defend his honor and his heavyweight title opportunity against James Holloway last week. In addition to that, of course, we have our regularly scheduled KOF Trios title, as well as another match to determine who is going to get a championship opportunity for the first ever Knicks Wrestling Organization champion. But that only covers about half of the card. Let us go ahead and get into our first match tonight, live via satellite from Japan. Alphonso takes on the ace of New Japan Professional Wrestling, Hiroshi Tanahashi. And let us not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get this match underway.
Hoi!
Tanahashi, to the American audience, would be compared very favorably to John Cena, a man that has been on the top of New Japan Professional Wrestling for nearly a decade at this point. Entering the twilight years of his career, but still a competitor that commands a great deal of respect. And that is why Tanahashi is going to be the last match of Alphonso's Japanese excursion, as who better to give Alphonso a send-off, win or lose, than the ace of New Japan Professional Wrestling. Alphonso's Japanese excursion going quite well. Big fireman's carry buster, goes for a cover early, one, but only one, as the ace will kick out. Big low roundhouse, Alphonso taking Tanahashi's legs out from under his legs. His knees, of course, been a sticking point for competitors for the last couple years, trying to work those joints of his. Big slam center of the ring, but Alphonso's Japanese excursion going quite well, besting every competitor put in front of him with the exception of Solomon, as Alphonso tried to do what COLBY could not in a Japanese wrestling ring and bring down an honest-to-God kaiju. He was unable to do so. But, big sharpshooter, center of the ring. Tanahashi's got nowhere to go. He's going to have to power out of this hold, and he does. And once again, just working the legs of Tanahashi. Possibly trying to take away that spring that allows him to dive off that top turnbuckle. hit that high fly flow that he uses to end those matches. Ooh, big European uppercut from the ace. And Alphonso once again working the legs of Tanahashi, just trying to slow him down. But Tanahashi, just so much fighting spirit. He is not going to let that bring him down. Dragon Sleeper, and Alphonso now the one in the center of the ring with nowhere to go. Tanahashi clearly, oh my god, modified Dragon Screw, starting to work the legs of Alphonso now. European uppercut, and Tanahashi now goes for the cover. Only getting one. This match will continue, and Alphonso once again just slamming Tanahashi to the mat. Ooh, big low drop kick. I think both of these competitors trying to work the leg. Oh my god, roll up out of nowhere, but Alphonso hand on the bottom rope. Big DDT from Alphonso. And again, going to that Fireman's Carry Buster. It's a move he's been going to quite a lot in this match. He feels extremely comfortable hitting it. But Tanahashi just continues to roll with the punches here. And once again, to his feet nearly immediately. Big arm drag, but Alphonso now to his feet very quickly as well. Alphonso shot into that corner turnbuckle. Big flying forearm smash. Alphonso rolls out of the way, going up top now. Big shooting star press. Is that going to be enough? Alphonso does not think so, but roll up out of nowhere. Cover one. But Alphonso, so aware of where he is in the ring. Not caught by surprise by that flash roll up. Stunner. Stunner. That could be it. Cover 1, 2. Oh, Tanahashi barely able to kick out. But Alphonso hitting him with everything he's got, and it's just not enough. Shades of that Solomon match from last week. He's just having trouble putting the ace away. And big Boston Crab here, but Alphonso just powering out of the hold. Big DDT. Alphonso now pulling Tanahashi away from the ropes. What's he setting up for? Whatever it is, Tanahashi wants none of it. He is to his feet immediately. Big vertical suplex. See what he's got here. And once again, that modified Dragon Screw just trying to tear bone from muscle in his knee there. Ooh, sidesteps the kitchen sink. Alphonso taking a second shot at it. Big pop-up cutter. And another flash roll-up from the ace, and once again, Alphonso able to get a hand on the bottom rope. Big stunner. Is that going to be enough? Cover 1, 2. No, Tanahashi's found a second win. That was only a 2 count. Alphonso starting to get fired up, starting to play to the crowd a little bit, and that could be working against him. Hold on, Tanahashi going up top. Big flipping senton, and both men getting to their feet nearly simultaneously as they battle it out in the center of the ring. And the ace, big dropkick square in the chest of Alphonso, and now he was in control, but Alphonso cutting him off with that leaping cutter. Big German suplex once, twice, and 3 times. But Tanahashi hand on the bottom rope. And another Fireman's Carry Buster, a move, as I said, he just seems so comfortable going to. But you can just see the toll this match has taken on his body. Big Dragon suplex. And the ace trying to get back into this match. Alphonso was in that hold for quite a while. Could be that continued assault to his legs, starting to do that damage that Tanahashi's been looking for. Big flashing elbow, buries it right into the center of his back, but hold on, another stunner. Tanahashi is kicked out of everything Alphonso has given him. I don't know how much more Alphonso has left. He has hit him with everything he's got, and it's just not quite been enough. And he did the deal, but Tanahashi now, he knows that this match is not quite over yet. That was twist and shout from Tanahashi, but belly-to-belly overhead suplex shooting Tanahashi into that red corner here. And another Michinoku driver, hold on. Tanahashi going up top. High fly flow. Is that it? 1, 2, 3 count fall. And the ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling proving to be just a little bit too much. Alphonso could not quite put the ace away, but just a spectacular back and forth contest. Alphonso can leave Japan with his head held high, knowing that he pushed Tanahashi to the absolute limit. Still not totally clear what Alphonso is going to be doing once he comes back into a Blake's House wrestling ring proper. But you've got to figure he is coming back from this training excursion, having learned a great deal, and he is just going to be a better, stronger, more prepared competitor for whatever he sets his sights on. But we will get some more info as to exactly what his plans are next week, as we have got plenty more wrestling for you guys this week. Let's go ahead and start to set up our next match. As we have the Worzallas and Tyler taking on the team of Nick Vadala, Matt Knapp, and Laz Cobb in some trios action here. So let us go ahead and get into this contest right now. Both the Worzallas and Tyler, like, having a bit of a shaky record in of recent memory, but they seem to have found each other and are trying to really break into this trios division. Of course, I don't need to explain exactly what's been going on with Matthew Knapp. Matthew Knapp expressed interest in joining Nick's wrestling organization, and here he is walking out with the boss of the NWO, Nick Vadala. We've still not gotten a statement from NWO leadership, but if this is any indicator, I'd say Matt is very close to the offices of the NWO. But right now, starting us off, Vadala and Worzalla head-to-head in the center of the ring. Ooh. Big throw and right now, just total control here Despite Worzallas just right now winning these singular exchanges, the strategy from Nick's Wrestling Organization, keeping Worzallas away from his own team. Look at Laz Cobb just trying to cut off the ring, but Worzallas trying to outmaneuver her, but she is making it very difficult for him to get back to his own corner. And just like that, forearm smash to the side of the head, and he is cut off. He's going to have to deal with Laz Cobb if he wants to get back into his own corner. Although it looks like after that exchange, maybe he likes his chances one-on-one. Ooh, big slap across the face, and both sides bringing in a fresh competitor. Matthew Knapp. Ooh, big chop to the crown from Worzallas. Double leg takedown. Transitions right into a Kimura hold, and Matthew Knapp has got Christine in trouble. Goes for a toe kick, doesn't quite connect. But if there was a competitor to go up against that unorthodox and occasionally vicious style of Matthew Knapp, Christine might be the answer this team needs. But we will have to see just how well she handles herself against this enigmatic fighter. Big spine buster from Christine. She seems to be handling herself quite well at this point, as both competitors just exchanging blows. Hard shots right across the top of the head. But Christine looks to have come out on top in that exchange, as Tyler is now brought in and Laz Cobb back into this match as well. Ooh, excellent tag team offense. That toe kick setting Christine up to go right into that double leg takedown from Matthew Knapp. If you didn't know any better, you would think this trios team has been competing together for quite some time. Big chop to the chest. Yeah! Right now, Tyler trying to bring this fight back into his own corner, going up top high, Blue Gatorade District, but
yes!
Big double enziguri, just crushing the head of Worzallas. Big elbow to face, but hold on just a moment now. Worzallas bringing Tyler into this contest, and I believe this is going to be the first time that Tyler and Vadala have touched gloves since they had been tagging together. And giant swing from Vadala as he is in total control thus far. Oh, hold on, Laz Cobb making the save, but Tyler just shutting Vadala down here.
All right, baby!
Tyler spending a little bit too much time posturing for the fans, allowing Vadala to get to his feet and evade that diving elbow drop. You've got to wonder if there's any animosity between these two individuals, as when Vadala left to bring Nick's Wrestling Organization into Blake's house, kind of left Tyler all alone. So surely there's some animosity on the part of Tyler, but Nick just seems totally unbothered by this whole situation. Hold on, Christine goes for the cover. 1, 2, only gets 2. Big chop. And Christine answers back, elbow right to the face, cutting him off. And massive shoulder block, but Matt to his feet first. You could see that amateur wrestling background serving him very well. Trying to stay off the mat as much as possible. Hold on, big back body drop is going to send Matthew Knapp to the outside. Tyler and Worzallas taking on Matthew Knapp on the outside. Getting a little bit of retribution for Blake's house here. And Worzallas getting fired up. Back switch from Matthew Knapp. The referee's count is at 14.
15, 16, 17, 18.
Ooh, big diving elbow from Christine, just shutting down Cobb. Ooh, Matthew Knapp once again sent to the outside. This time now, Tyler, the legal competitor in this match. But we once again resume. Just ambush on the outside. There may be some additional animosity both between Blake's house and Nick's wrestling organization that...
All right, baby.
Big diving elbow. Double stomp off the top as well. Hold on, cover. 1, 2, 3 count fall. And maybe the Blake's house locker room, like, clearly upset at Matthew Knapp, made a conscious effort to keep him on the outside, keep him in those 2-on-1 situations. And that sustained damage gave Tyler the opportunity to pick up the victory. However, it was extremely brief. Tyler and Nick head-to-head in the ring just for about a minute and a half. You know that is not going to be the last time those two are going to be going head-to-head. But right now, let us keep this show rolling here. We've got another match coming up. As we are going SWA rules here. As we have got the current Blake's House Shoot League champion, Craig Tonga. Just going in an exhibition contest up against the money man himself, Blake Cabus. So let's go ahead and get right into this match. This matchup part of a concerted effort to make sure that you, the audience, are going to get to see our champions more frequently. And we have not had Craig Tonga appear in a match in a couple weeks now. So an exhibition going up against Blake Cabus, I feel, was in order. Blake Cabus, a very competent striker. We're going to have to see exactly what strategy he takes going up against the executioner, Craig Tonga.
Fight.
Big knee strikes from Tonga. Blake responding back, chop to the chest. Tonga certainly more experienced in this type of match, but Blake not someone that can be easily counted out. He's a man that is always going to go in. He does not know stop. And certainly a man that does not know fear as he squares up head-to-head with Craig Tonga. Craig Tonga protecting himself, stopping himself on the ropes there, trying to bring this fight nearer the center of the ring, but Blake keeps getting back up, keeps protecting himself from that repeated onslaught that Tonga is looking to employ once he gets that significant knockdown. Big chops and European uppercuts, but Tonga responding back with a series of chops of his own. You've got to wonder just how seriously Blake is taking this contest. Going SWA rules in sunglasses. Big headlock, but Blake powers out of it before Mario even able to call for the break. And big slam, but Tonga to his feet, denying Blake exactly the same sustained offense that Blake has been denying him. And this time Tonga kept Blake down long enough to employ that sleeper, and now that submission offense of Tonga starting to be employed. I mention this every time this man is in a match. His offensive strategy and style is so varied. If his striking doesn't work, he can go to those holds. If those holds doesn't work, he can go to a series of throws. He is so diverse in the ways he can come after you. And it looks like he wants to wear down Blake with that submission offense. Big crossface, but Blake keeping this fight near the ropes.
Give up. Give up.
Blake getting out of that hold as well. But this is all Tonga right now. Blake unable to really get anything started.
Give up.
As he's been targeting the arms, the legs, the neck. But there, big slam, but Tonga to his feet. Ooh, goes for that big leg kick, but doesn't quite find its mark. Craig Tonga's legs will stay underneath his legs where they need to be to maintain that vertical base. Craig Tonga just continuing to work the legs of Cabus.
Give up.
I mentioned at the start of this contest, Blake is something of a striker. He uses those educated feet of his to great effect.
Give up.
And that is possibly why Tonga is targeting the legs so aggressively.
Give up.
On repeated elbows to the face, but Blake refusing to be submitted. Big Frankensteiner leg whip, and this is the first significant knockdown that Blake has had, but it takes a little bit too long. And now it is Blake trying to turn things around as he starts to stretch out Craig Tonga, but Craig Tonga powers out of that hold so quick. This man is so strong. Craig Tonga now working that scarf hold, just trying to cut off the air from Blake Cabus here. Ooh, big chop to the chest, but Tonga responding back with a pair of devastating kicks to the stomach.
5, 6.
And that will get him a 6 count. This round thus far has been all Tonga. Blake at this point just needs to survive for another 45 seconds. And hold on a moment, now locking on a crossface chicken wing. Buying himself a little bit of extra time here. Step up enziguri. Those are those educated feet that Blake is so well known for. Blake once again just trapped in that hold. As we go into the second round, your scorecard has to be Craig Tonga with a significant lead. But Blake trying to turn things around in this match here. Blake going high risk, but thinks better of it. And once again, that crossface hold. But Blake just will not be submitted.
Give up. Give up.
And just a series of hard shots to the face. Mario going to start another count.
4.
Blake just
5.
has to reevaluate his strategy in this match.
8. 9.
Barely able to survive that. The referee's count was at 9. Hold on just a moment. Mario is going to call it. It looked like Blake's foot may have been on the bottom rope there, but Mario giving the victory to Craig Tonga. Now you've got to figure, regardless, it was only a matter of time. Blake just put in so many significant holds, working the arms, the legs, the neck. That is the kind of competitor that Craig Tonga is. Just A man that will disable you at every step of the way to gain and maintain the upper hand in a match, and he was able to do so, and will pick up the victory this evening. But let us keep things going here. We have got the Battle Royal to determine the opponent of Mag.Lo here. So I know there's a handful of people hanging out in chat. If there are some names you want to suggest for this over-the-top rope Battle Royal, now would be the time to do so. And yes, Blake certainly did give everything he had, but Craig Tonga just too skilled a martial artist. Blake does not typically compete in the shoot division. However, because this was an exhibition contest, we're going to give some competitors outside of that division an opportunity at the champ. If a situation arises, the champ is defeated SWA rules, then we can negotiate that competitor coming into the shoot division for an opportunity at that title. However, Blake coming up just a little bit short as Craig Tonga asserts his dominance in a mixed martial arts setting. But right now, we are over the top rope Battle Royal to determine exactly who is going to be facing Mag.Lo. And there are two names that Mag.Lo would like to see, and that would be his Melbash teammates. Oops, I passed KOF. Oops. And actually, let's go ahead and get the full team Blake's House and their amazing friends. But that is going to leave 5 more slots. Whoever won't be in the NWO Battle Royal. So, one thing I will say, like, this is a slightly NWO heavy show. However, let me see. I can definitely get at least one name in there. Let's see. Let me check my notes real quick. You know who actually makes real good sense for somebody that we should probably see from Mixed Wrestling Organization? Let's see. Yeah, I think that is somebody we are definitely going to be seeing more of in the future. But that is going to leave 4 more slots for over-the-top rope competitors for the Mag.Lo Open Challenge. If you are not already aware of how this works, this is the time for the chat to get involved and suggest some names. You know what? I am very okay with David, and I can definitely get a JPW guy. You know, somebody we haven't seen in a while is Joey. How do you feel about Joey, GK? Alright, we can do Sean Satchwell. I'm totally cool with that. And I saw some suggestions from Nick here. I actually kind of like both of those options here. So we'll do a David. We'll do a Zero. Who is the Cyborg? The Cyborg is a new competitor from Nick's Wrestling or not from Nick's Wrestling, from Judgment Pro Wrestling. This is a literal wrestling machine. I believe a competitor from the year 2100. With a slam that will make you feel like you are traveling through time. But, all right, you know what? This exactly what this is for. If the chat wants to get involved and suggest some competitors, let's go ahead and get the Cyborg in there. And let us go ahead and start things up. Over the top rope battle royal, and I feel like I don't need to explain the stakes here, but the winner of this will be facing Mag.Lo in the Mag.Lo Open Challenge later on tonight. So let us not waste any more time and get right into this match.
Fight!
And these matches always so difficult to call early on, but I guess let's talk about the A-plot of this match. Of course, Austin Walker, Raiden, and Natsuo in this contest at the request of Mag.Lo. These were 3 competitors that teamed up with Mag.Lo in Mel's Bash 2000 just a few weeks ago. He wants to give an opportunity to give his friends and rivals a shot at Mag.Lo on the brightest stage, on the biggest stage with the brightest lights in the Mag.Lo Open Challenge. But right now, they're going to have to go through 7 other competitors to get a shot at Mag.Lo here. Noctvoldo, somebody we haven't seen in a little while. Just the enigmatic enforcer of Nick's wrestling organization. Hold on, squaring off with Sean Satchwell here. A swashbuckler with an absolutely devastating lariat. And it looks like David has elected to go head-to-head with the wrestling machine that is the Cyborg. Just such a dangerous proposition as the Cyborg, just so deadly a competitor. Hold on, Austin Walker now working the neck of the Cyborg. Hold on. Zero Lopez now squaring off Austin Walker. 8 competitors in the ring. It is so difficult to call, but I can only imagine it is just as difficult to compete in a match like this. Somebody can blindside you from all angles. You have to constantly be aware of your surroundings and where the other 7 competitors are. Ooh, big double leg takedown from Natsuo. But hold on, Valdo has reversed and delivered repeated shots to the crown of Natsuo here. As Natsuo and Walker, as well as Raiden and Lopez, just slugging it out in the ring here. The Cyborg lifting and dropping Satchwell so close to the ropes. This is over-the-top rope battle royal. If your feet touch the ground on the outside, and just like that, the Cyborg has eliminated Sean Satchwell. Big double power bomb, and the Cyborg taking on 2-on-1 odds. Is going to take more than that to best a wrestling machine. Big scarf hold from Natsuo.
Give up.
And starting to work on Valdo.
Give up. Give up. Give up.
I don't mean to leave out David Clement here. Certainly not getting a lot of calls on commentary. That is the man that discovered the identity of the boss of Nick's wrestling organization, and he is on and off going head-to-head with Noctvoldo. Briefly distracted by Raiden. Cover 1, only 1 count. Oh, big STO and suplex as Noctvoldo and Austin Walker just look to flatten Raiden. The Cyborg, ooh, just a little bit too slow to shut David down. An Enziguri throwback to the man from the future. But the Cyborg responding back with a leaping brainbuster. Ooh, repeated elbows to the face. Austin Walker is dazed in that blue Gatorade corner. Big haymaker.
1, 2.
We we are still 7 competitors in the ring. It is so difficult to even make a prediction at who is going to advance to that Mag.Lo Open Challenge. It is really anybody's contest at this point. Super kick! Ooh, only a 1 count from Natsuo. And David caught with an enziguri as Natsuo goes in that Fujiwara armbar. And it looks like everybody changing dance partners. Leaping Cutter, the cyborg from out of nowhere, just flattening Natsuo. Big boy senton from the big boy off the top rope.
Give up. Give up.
Raiden, triple powerbomb, just crushing the cyborg. Hold on, what's Lopez doing here? Just too chaotic in the corner. It looked like he was trying to dive. Hold on. Natsuo eliminated by David as I was focused on the action in the blue Gatorade corner. Hold on, burning hammer, and Raiden is going to roll out of the ring and be eliminated. As David stacking up the cyborg package pile driver, 3 count fall, and competitors are dropping out just one after another. We went from a field of 7 down to a field of 4. Delayed brainbuster from Austin Walker. Oh, David's setting up for another package pile driver, but that Sovat kick breaking Walker out of that hold. This is something that Lopez has struggled with in this match type for quite some time. Somebody that very much wants to get these eliminations, but sometimes you have to let the other competitor do it for you. Destino from Lopez, but Valdo just trying to take Lopez out of this match, and oh my god, just shooting fire into the eyes of Eric Lopez. Oh, that could be it for Austin Walker. No, hold on. Austin Walker somehow able to get a hand on that bottom rope. Has now knocked Valdo and Zero Lopez slugging it out. .450 splash. A maneuver that Zero has gone to time and time again. Ooh, big falling fist from Valdo, and Zero potentially saving Knock Valdo. Like I said, he really wants to get these eliminations himself. He wants to prove himself. But sometimes you have to be willing to allow somebody else to get that elimination if you want to win in these kind of match. He's going to continue to try to do it his way. But who are we to say otherwise, as he is still in and 4 other competitors are not. Big double power bomb from David and Austin Walker, and Austin clearly just running out of gas here. Ooh, going to that package pile driver once again, but once again interrupted. Hold on. Burning hammer from Dr. Brooklyn himself. Hold on, flash roll up out of nowhere too. 3 count fall, and Zero will get that elimination. Austin Walker out of nowhere, just flattening David. Destino from Zero. Looks like he's going up top. No, hold on. David flash roll up, but Zero getting a hand on the bottom rope.
Give up.
That sleeper hold. Zero holding on.
Give up.
somehow able to escape that sleeper hold. And there it is, the Puerto Rican Destroyer. That could be it for David. Big capo kick from Walker. It's so difficult to tell exactly whose match this is at this point. Any one of these three competitors could be the man to advance to that Mag.Lo Open Challenge. Ooh, a bit of a miscue. Walker did not see David connect with that enziguri. Ends up bumping into David. Ooh, big shotgun dropkick right to the face, but Walker to his feet immediately.
20 minutes gone.
Big soul butt kick. Backbreaker from Walker, and David just playing it up for the fans just a little bit here. Austin Walker appears to be in control here. Hold on, back switch from Zero. And Dragon Screw leg whip. It's all three competitors down. Who will get to their feet first? It's Austin Walker, but David and Zero right behind him. Double power bomb. Switch from Zero. Reverse Frankensteiner, but Zero, big kicking combination. DDT from David. And Zero just crumples to the mat. For that kick here. Hold on. Crossface chicken wing. And that's going to be it for Zero. Surviving to the final three. But right now, it is Austin Walker. It is David Clement. Oh, hold on just a moment here. Slam center of the ring. David's fired up. Runs the ropes. Springboard elbow. Square into the heart of Austin _ Walker. Ooh, goes to that running shote. Does not quite find its mark, but oh my God, just flattening David right into the mat. But hold on, David's still ready to go. I think David thinks this could be his time here. Not taking so much out of Walker. Both competitors getting to their feet at roughly the same time. David getting fired up, doing this for the crowd here, but just devastating backbreaker. Figure the one move David has not gone to in this contest, that KO punch, that sure killing blow that he has ended countless matches with. Hold on, this delay brainbuster could be it. No, David's still in the ring. If he is able to connect with that KO punch, that will surely end this contest. As Austin Walker has been hit with nearly every other move in 7 other competitors' arsenals. Hold on, David's setting up possibly for another springboard elbow, and it looks like he is. Runs the rope, springboard elbow. David not finished yet. There it is! There's the KO punch! That has to be it! Cover! 1, 2, 3 count, fall! And there it is, that is the move that has ended so many matches for David. If he can hit it, that will put away nearly any competitor, and he just devastates Austin Walker with the KO punch. So we now know who is going to be facing Mag.Lo in the Mag.Lo Open Challenge in tonight's... Well, actually, there are some nights we've got the Mag.Lo Open Challenge as the main event, but with how stacked the top of the card is, that match is going to be coming fairly soon. But right now we have a handful of other matches to get to, so let us go ahead and get to that right now. If you may remember, there was a COLBY Open Challenge last week, and there was a competitor he specifically wanted to go head-to-head with. He was not given that opportunity, just due to how the Battle Royal shook out, but we are giving him this one-on-one match right now, where he is going to be going face-to-face with the boss of New York's underground fight scene. He's going to be going head-to-head with D-Mob in singles action. So let us go ahead and get right into this match. COLBY. A man, call him the maddest competitor in Blake's house. Someone that just gets more and more revved up as a match goes on. You saw him in the COLBY Open Challenge last week. That atomic lariat, so devastating when he gets a full head of steam. Just taking Rip Studley completely out of that match. That being said, D-Mob already has a singles victory over COLBY. That was in a tournament format. Both competitors were a little bit worn down, but this, two fresh individuals going into this match. This could go any way here. Big hip toss from D-Mob. Just because of the format of this match, or the format of their last meetup, both competitors just shot out of their own corners like they were fired out of a cannon, just coming out swinging wildly at one another. The match ended relatively quickly. I think both competitors taking a little bit more measured approach coming into this contest as fresh competitors. Big stomp to the gut from D-Mob. D-Mob, just a power wrestler, a man that will lift and slam you onto the mat until you are unable to continue the fight. COLBY more of a brawler, somebody much more comfortable striking closed fists, elbows, and headbutts. Ooh, big hanging choke, and there's D-Mob showing off his power advantage right there. But it should not be understated. D-Mob also a very capable submissions expert. Somebody that, if you do get back up off the mat, he will find some creative ways to keep you there with those devastating holds. Big body slam and falling fist buries it right into the chest of D-Mob. Possibly going for that triple power bomb, but hold on. Frankensteiner from COLBY. A little bit more agile from that pure brawler that is COLBY here. COLBY now just repeated punches square in the face of D-Mob. And going back to those mounted punches, this time to the back of the head. Harada having none of that. Big slam, and COLBY now sent to the outside. D-Mob just going to take a moment to breathe. COLBY shooting D-Mob into the ropes. Big back elbow. And could he be setting up for that atomic lariat? And he does! Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Ooh, but only 2. Possibly bringing out that maneuver just a little bit too early. As D-Mob, that hanging choke, trying to squeeze the life out of COLBY. Big back body drop. But COLBY appears to be in control here. Big kick to the gut and goes for the cover. 1, 2. Count 2.
1, 2.
D-Mob getting a 2 count of his own. And there's that power offense from D-Mob I told you guys to watch out for. But COLBY responding back in his own way, just throwing elbows wildly and then finding their mark on the side of the head of D-Mob. And that is going to allow COLBY to maintain an advantage, but only briefly. Ooh, another Frankensteiner counter to that powerbomb attempt from D-Mob. He goes for that standing enziguri. That will not find his mark, however, this will as he powerbombs COLBY not once, not twice, but 3 times right into the mat. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Ooh, only gets 2. COLBY able to lift the shoulder up at a critical moment. And this match will continue. Ooh, wild shot to the back of the head. COLBY unable to protect himself. And an enziguri will find its mark right into the back of the neck as well. COLBY possibly setting up for another atomic lariat, but D-Mob protecting himself from that. He knows exactly how dangerous COLBY is when he is charging at you full steam ahead. Big pump handle slam from COLBY, and he returns to those mounted punches. COLBY possibly a little bit irritated that their last singles meetup did not go exactly as he wanted it to. Sure, COLBY would have loved an opportunity at that Judgment Pro Wrestling heavyweight title, but he was unable to get it done in that #1 contenders tournament. You've got to wonder if there's a little bit of resentment on his part there. Ooh, big diving guillotine. Just drapes his leg just right across the neck of COLBY, and oh my god, just running powerbomb, but COLBY getting a hand on that bottom rope. This match will continue. COLBY just wild shots to the side of the head. And D-Mob responding back to that hanging choke he's gone to time and time again. Just literally trying to squeeze the life out of COLBY, but COLBY so resilient, so difficult to submit. Big turn belly to belly, but D-Mob to his feet immediately. So COLBY, just here is one more. You got up from the first one. Can you get up from the second one? Well, we are about to find out. And D-Mob, yes, barely able to kick out, but he is able to kick out, and this match will continue. Oh my god, COLBY rolling out of the way of that diving guillotine. But D-Mob unfazed as he goes head-to-head with that striking prowess of COLBY. Big headbutt. And COLBY now in excellent position, but so is D-Mob delivering 1, 2, 3 power bombs right in the center of the ring. COLBY's gonna have to do this one all by himself, and he does. Barely able to kick out, but he is able to, and this match will continue. And the crowd is chanting his name. D-Mob possibly not used to having a fight last quite this long, and it is showing as he was unable to pursue COLBY into that blue Gatorade corner. D-Mob now trapped in the tree of woe, and he is just flattened by COLBY there. D-Mob buying himself a little bit of time with that hip toss there, but still very much in trouble. Hold on. That running powerbomb could be enough. Cover 1, 2. It is not. COLBY just so resilient. Oh, wild lariat out of nowhere. But once again, going for that hanging choke. Is that going to do it? No, it's still not enough to put COLBY away. However, this burning hammer might be. D-Mob going up top. Big cross chop off the top turnbuckle. COLBY now flattening him with that lariat. But hasn't hit the big one, not in several minutes, but you've got to figure if he is able to connect with that atomic lariat, this match would be over. But D-Mob doing everything in his power to prevent it. Another big burning hammer, and that could be enough right there. 1, 2, 3 count fall. And in 2 singles contests, both times now, D-Mob coming up victorious. COLBY just not quite able to put D-Mob away. But as this show is going to roll on here, you guys were tuned in last week. We had a match. Yeah, that match was damn good. Like, legitimately had no idea who was going to win it until, like, those last few moments. If you were tuned in last week, there was a fatal 4-way match for a Knicks Wrestling Organization Championship opportunity. We have another one of those this week as the pool of competitors starts to narrow out here. So, if you were tuned in last week, you would see that Dick Bruiser has already punched his ticket. He will be competing for the Knicks Wrestling Organization Championship whenever we get, whenever that championship will be contested for the first time. But we do have another competitor that is going to be in that match. So let us find out exactly who that is going to be. So fatal 4-way action. Jim Jack, Brad Chad, Floyd, Bartholomew, and Rip Studley. And that match is right now. So I guess some notable competitors in this contest. Rip Studley, if you were tuned in last week, had just an absolute barn burner of a contest. And actually just had an excellent week in general, both defeating 7 other competitors to be in the COLBY Open Challenge. And then had one hell of a contest coming up short against COLBY. Floyd Bartholomew, if you remember, has his jersey hanging in the rafters of the Blake's House King of Fighters Trios Championship, as he was on a team with Alex Shabali and Bubba Ray Dudley, winning and defending that championship for several weeks in a row, but now taking his shot at singles gold here. Big slam from Jim Jack, and this is going to be another one of those matches. It's going to be very difficult to call. The members of Knicks Wrestling Organization, all so aggressive, want to be involved in the match as much as possible. And you can see they're barely giving each other opportunities to do much of anything here. They do not want to be the person to miss out on that decisive pinfall or submission, as that is always the risk in fatal 4-way action. It is first fall to the finish, and if you are not constantly aware of what the other 2 competitors are doing in this match, the match could be over and you aren't even involved in that decisive fall. However, all 4 of these competitors, it doesn't look like that is going to be much of an issue here, as they appear to be constantly aware of what all three of their opponents are doing in this contest, or at the very least want to be as disruptive as possible to the other three competitors in this match. And Brad Chad, that amateur wrestling background, gonna be doing him some favors in this contest, as you saw him go for those flash roll-ups time and time again. Floyd Bartholomew, however, hitting that sit-out, sit-down, that maneuver that has won so many Trios Championship matches. Hold on, Brad Chad just coming out swinging. A man that calls himself the best in the world, a truly gifted amateur wrestler. But right now, going head-to-head with Jim Jack and Big Shotei. It is just absolute madness in the ring right now. Big ankle lock from Jim Jack, and hold on a second, Rip Studley just flattening, just crushing Brad Chad with that hold. Hold on, Hiroshi from Bartholomew, and an STO and sweep will plant Brad Chad as well. Studley getting fired up. The crowd almost certainly on his side from that excellent showing last week. Big double leg takedown. Hold on to Samoan here. Giant swing to a giant of a man. Brad Chad showing off that amazing strength that he has got. Jim Jack just repeatedly going for that double armbar, completely undeterred by the interference of the other men in this contest.
Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And this is a fatal four-way match. Of course, that means no disqualification, no countouts. That foreign object from Floyd Bartholomew is legal here.
Give up. Give up.
10 minutes.
Give up. Give up. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Big flash roll-up, and once again, Brad Chad just showing off that amateur wrestling background. Hold on, blazing tornado! And Rip Studley trying to add some extra injury to insult.
What?
But doesn't quite hit his mark. Big flipping senton from Jim Jack as Rip Studley just buries his shoulder into Floyd Bartholomew. Jim Jack now working the legs, and hold on, Jim Jack, it looks like, is going to be going on to face Dick Bruiser for the Knicks Wrestling Organization heavyweight title. I believe it was the first ever competitor from Knicks Wrestling Organization against the most recent addition to their roster. A bit of an old guard versus new guard for the Knicks Wrestling Organization heavyweight title. Honestly, that one could have gone any way. Because like Bartholomew, Brad Chad, and Rip Studley all have like flash pins and submissions. And Bartholomew, like, all right, if he hits sit out, sit down, like that could very easily end the match as well. That one could have gone any sort of way. And yeah, it was like all four wrestlers just went all in all the time. But yeah, so it looks like we have the whenever the next wrestling organization heavyweight title is going to be on the line at a to-be-announced show. We now know what the matchup is going to be for the first ever match for the Next Wrestling Organization Championship. But right now, let us go ahead as we now know who is going to be facing Mag.Lo in the Mag.Lo Open Challenge. It is going to be Mag.Lo. It's going to be David Clement, and that match is right now. Walking to the ring. You can, of course, buy Team at maglo.bandcamp.com, as well as stream him on all of your major streaming platforms. But right now, he is going head-to-head against David Clement. A man that is constantly underestimated, a man that is constantly counted out, but a man that is so crafty that he creates opportunities for himself. And he has just got himself onto one of the biggest stages in Blake's house in this Mag.Lo Open Challenge. And we are going to have to see exactly what he does with this opportunity. As a big slap across the face, David making sure Mag.Lo knows exactly how serious he is. Big chop to the chest, cutting David off just moments before. You know he was almost certainly planning on shooting that green mist. Hold on. Big repeated punches right to the side of the head, but Mag.Lo getting things moving on his own here. Possibly a bit of inspiration from that Fatal 4-Way contest previously. Both competitors just going all in at the start of this match. Big chop to the chest, and Mag.Lo responding back, clubbing blow right to the back. Harada nearly taken out by Mag.Lo as he was shooting himself into those ropes. He will do so again, this time flashing elbow. And big football-style tackle from Mag.Lo. Of course, Mag.Lo inviting Raiden and Austin Walker, as well as Natsuo, his teammates for Melvmash, into that Mag.Lo Battle Royal. That football-style tackle he learned directly under Raiden. That's why that tackle, that big drop kick of his, as well as even the clothesline from Bretton Woods, all maneuvers that he learned studying under Raiden. David now trying to shut down Mag.Lo's momentum. Mag.Lo so hard to stop when he gets going. The crowd just so constantly behind him. So you are not ever just fighting one man. You are fighting against an arena. And there is the clothesline from Bretton Woods, and Mag.Lo lifting and dropping David right on his neck. But David still in this match. Once again, that double leg takedown. Rolls through, cover. Oh no. Mag.Lo kicking out before Harada's hand even connects with the mat. But shooting Mag.Lo into that corner, buying David enough time to reevaluate his strategy in this match. And that is a word that I really want to use when discussing David. So difficult to tell when zoomed in at this level exactly what David's plan is, but he has always got one. Although it very rarely becomes apparent, really until his strategy comes completely together. So we will have to wait and see exactly what his plan to bring Mag.Lo down in this contest is as the match goes on. Mag.Lo dazed here. And once again, shooting him into that corner. Sidesteps that tackle. And now the two slugging it out in this orange Gatorade corner. Big kick to the side of the head. And Mag.Lo responding back with that big tackle. And Mag.Lo in control right now. Headbutt from David. Hold on just a moment. David trying to reverse course and takes that giant swing as he dumps Mag.Lo into the center of the ring. Pop-up powerbomb, that could be it. Cover, 1, 2. No, it is going to take more than that to bring Mag.Lo down. Big double arm DDT as the crowd chants Mag.Lo's name. And big headbutt from Mag.Lo as well. Hold on, there's that package pile driver. David pulling out all the stops to put Mag.Lo away. But that took so much out of him, he wasn't even able to capitalize. Hold on now, step over toe hold face lock, working the neck as well as the knee of Mag.Lo here. Ooh, big chop to the chest, just flattens Mag.Lo. And David now in control. Absolutely massive Manhattan drop. But there is the clothesline from Bretton Woods. Could that be enough? Mag.Lo doesn't seem to think so. And collides with another lariat square in the chest. But hold on, another package pile driver. And this time David immediately goes for the cover, tries to capitalize. 1, 2. Oh my God, that was so close. Big tiger driver, is that enough? No. David has given Mag.Lo nearly everything. Once again, there is one move he hasn't gone to just yet, but there is a big drop kick. And he's been holding on to that one for at least 10 minutes. David once again stacking up, but this time Mag.Lo getting a hand on the bottom rope. So goes for another package pile driver. And once again, Mag.Lo keeping this fight near the ropes. At least until he gets his bearings back. And David dazed in the center of the ring. Another big lariat, but not enough to keep David down for long. But that one, an even bigger lariat. Clothesline from Bretton Woods. Goes for the cover. And Mag.Lo possibly trying to reevaluate his own strategy as a competitor, as that trios title match not quite going the way he would have liked. Getting only 3rd place in a field of 19 at Melv Bash. You saw he did not go for that Mag.Lo driver once in that contest. Elected to finish the match with the clothesline from Bretton Woods. Possibly a situation where Mag.Lo trying to get a second maneuver that he can trust as a finishing move to try and put matches away with. And almost the same story with David. You saw him go to that pop-up powerbomb, that package pile driver repeatedly. Never once pulled out that knockout punch. Possibly didn't trust that Mag.Lo wouldn't be able to defend himself. But whatever the case may be, Mag.Lo coming up victorious in tonight's Mag.Lo Open Challenge. But let's keep this show going. We have got some trios action coming up for the KOF TV title. And once again, we are going to have the Alpizars as well as Princler going head-to-head against the Yagami team. And that match going to begin right now. I'm going to take a moment to grab something to drink. I'll be right back. Princler and the Alpizars, a somewhat newly formed trios team. Competitors that have been working together outside of the ring for years, but they're going to have to be going head to head with a team that has been competing together since 1995 in the Yagami team. You saw just how difficult it is to keep this team down last week as Mag.Lo, Austin Walker, and Raiden went head-to-head with the Yagami team and came up just short. We'll have to see exactly what the Alpizars and Princler are going to be able to do differently in this match. Big knee to the gut, and it looks like Alpizar taking this match seriously here, as he is working in his gi tonight. And I know very frequently you can see him wrestling in jeans and his Full Sail Armada jersey, but looks like he is interested in tag team gold here as Alpizar brings Princler into this contest. Big kick to the back from Princler. Princler just capitalizing, immediately going to that flashing elbow. But Iori bringing Mature into this contest, and Iori just repeated Rekkas, trying to keep the pressure on this blue Gatorade team. Princler now bringing Linda Alpizar into this match. High and low, Mature caught up in the unblockable, and just trading chops back and forth. Big boy senton from Linda, and Mature just so elusive, will make it back to her own corner. And another diving big boy off the top. And just big chops from Vice. Those standing A's so effective. Big elbow to the back of the head, and grinding an elbow to the side of the head now. And Vice just so ruthless as a competitor. Linda responding back. Fujiwara armbar, just trying to shut Vice down here. Ooh, and massive shoulder block. And Linda now bringing Princler back into this contest. Dragon screw leg whip, and Linda locking on, step over toe hold, face lock. Buying Princler a little bit of extra time with that 2-on-1 advantage, but Vice so slippery, bringing Yagami back into this match. Snap suplex from Vice, going to give Yagami prime opportunity to keep up that offensive pressure. Princler able to get to his feet. Princler taking a moment to congratulate himself as Iori attempts to connect with that forward B, doesn't quite find its mark. Back switch, and hold on. Princler with that Northern Lights suplex counter. But Iori connecting with a neckbreaker, and then low D right to the back of the head. And forward B this time connecting clean as Princler just drops down to the mat. Princler now bringing Alpizar into this match. Yagami not even getting a 1 count. They're trying to keep this fight in that blue Gatorade corner. Ooh, goes to that tornado kick, unable to find his mark. And that will allow Yagami to get back to his own corner and bring Vice into this match. Cover 1 and only 1 as Alpizar gets a shoulder up. And Alpizar, of course, well-versed in Taekwondo, but that is a style that's the 95 New Faces team extremely well versed in fighting.
10 minutes gone.
Hold on now, the Alpizars giving Vice the unblockable as Linda locks on that STF, and that's going to clear out that orange Gatorade turnbuckle and buy Vice a little bit of time to get back to her own corner and bring Mature into this contest. And 11 minutes into this contest, not one elimination yet. Linda going up top, diving big boy senton. Just putting all of her weight right into the stomach of Mature. Super kick! And Linda bringing Alpizar into this. And oh my god, just 2 devastating kicks to the back and back of the head. Just flattening Mature, but Mature able to get to her feet, trying to bring this fight back to her own corner. And Alpizar just crushing Mature with that series of kicks. And Alpizar goes for the cover. Only gets 2. And now it's Yagami going for the cover, but only a 1 count. Alpizar still has a lot more fight left in him. Eric bringing his wife into this contest, and now high and low, all 3 members of the Yagami team caught up in the unblockable. Alpizar starts to work the leg of Iori Yagami. And big super kick just puts the laces of that boot right on the choker. And Yagami going for that Rekka combination as now the 2 just slug it out in the blue Gatorade corner. Super kick from Linda, but Yagami to his feet first. Linda bringing Princler back into this match. Yagami had the offensive combination well scouted. That is going to clear out both aprons here. Vice buying a little bit of time for Mature to get into the ring. Big low D from Yagami, but Yagami, it took so much out of him. Excellent timing from that Orange Gatorade team, getting a fresh competitor in. Repeated kicks to the crown from Mature, but hold on, Mature, massive choke slam. And absolutely gorgeous moonsault off the top. Princler now bringing Linda back into this match. And Mature in complete control right now. Linda sidestepping that big kick, sidestepping another, but unable to avoid that big standing D. And once again, Mature going to those repeated kicks to the crown. Just so extremely devastating. But Linda now bringing Alpizar back into this match. Alpizar stays in control. Big STO from Alpizar, but... And Tornad kick just flattening Vice. And those educated feet of Alpizar finding their mark. And once again, another devastating kick, and Alpizar is extremely fired up. Being said, it looks like he's bringing Linda back into this match. And that kick just absolutely plants Vice into the mat. But big Frankensteiner from Vice. That could be the momentum shifter that the Yagami team needs. Big standing D from Vice. Linda in trouble here. Vice in complete control. Devastating suplex, but hold on. Linda to her feet first. Almost operating on pure instinct. Ooh, big double leg from Alpizar, but Vice retaliates, pushes him off, and is going to be making her way back to her own corner, and she is able to escape to that Yagami team corner. And big record combination from Yagami, but it doesn't put Alpizar on the mat, but that toe kick will. And big falling fist from Iori. And Alpizar is in trouble. Big forward B. Alpizar just crushing Yagami here. Roll up out of nowhere, cover 1, 2, 3 count fall. Vice caught in the unblockable, but it looks like Mature is the legal competitor. A bit of deception from the Yagami team, but the advantage is to the challengers. And Linda now, cover 2, 3 count fall. It is 3-on-1 up against Vice. Princler brought in, picture perfect drop kick from Linda. And drop kick to the knee from Princler. Big cross chop, and Princler taking a moment. Big neck breaker, and that could be it. Cover 1, 2, 3 count fall. And Princler and the Alpizars, or maybe it's the Alpizars and Princler, taking Blake's House Trio's gold. And of course, you will be seeing them next week as the KOF TV champions are going to have to defend every single week. But we have still got 2 more matches for you guys, folks, and they are just absolute barn burners of contests. One thing that is kind of funny, and they are literally the same character, just with different costumes. Eric in a gi versus Eric in a t-shirt perform just so drastically differently. Like, I mean, their AI is roughly this, is literally identical, but like just in terms of win-loss, it's like Tiger Woods in a red t-shirt or something. But, like, I guess, like, from a, like, kind of from how I've been marketing the character is, like, Alpizar in jeans is Alpizar not taking the fight seriously. So, like, it is very convenient that it is working that way, but it is certainly not intended. But, so, some bad blood has been building between these two teams for several weeks now. Of course, Robert Walsh disrespecting Mr. Adams in that Judgment Pro Wrestling #1 Contenders tournament to the point where Mr. Adams and Mr. Smith saw fit to get involved in Robert Walsh's matches. Of course, John Newton, a very close personal friend of Robert Walsh, always having his friends back. Even the odds a little bit. And we are now, believe, Robert Walsh victorious in singles action, the Firm victorious in tag team action. We want to settle the score Blake's House professional wrestling style, as both teams agreeing to a landmine death match for the rubber match. So let us go ahead and get right into this contest.
Fight!
And you can see the weapons just laid out around the ring, as well as the barbed wire on the outside. It is going to be complete chaos. And I'm not sure who I think this matchup favors more. I want to give the edge specifically to Robert Walsh, as not just a brawler, he is a hardcore fighter. Someone that has studied countless Mick Foley matches. Ooh, looked like Newton shot into that barbed wire. And somebody that studied under Mick Foley, you've got to figure he is extremely comfortable in a hardcore style match. But John Newton, as well as the Firm, brawlers of their own right. And the Firm very literally bar brawlers. Hold on just a moment. We've got the first competitor shot into that explosive barbed wire on the outside. And the advantage has to be Robert Walsh and John Newton. That electrified barbed wire, so very dangerous. And hold on just a moment here. Oh my God, Robert Walsh swinging wildly with that light tube, but doesn't quite find its mark as he is disarmed. But right now, John Newton, Robert Walsh in control. Massive lariat from Robert Walsh, and once again going for that light tube, doesn't quite find its mark. And John Newton swinging wildly with that Singapore cane and will find its mark on the back and chest. of Mr. Adams. Mr. Adams responding back, attempting to slam Newton to the outside, unable to quite find his mark there.
5 minutes gone.
And once again, just firing Mr. Adams into that barbed wire. Robert Walsh, John Newton just in complete control right now. But that advantage so very fleeting in the professional wrestling world, especially just with how effective and how accomplished the firm are as tag team wrestlers. Of course, the firm have held tag team gold. Hold on, Mr. Smith once again shot to the outside, and the firm is in trouble. That is a lot of blood over that electrified barbed wire. And there, Newton's law to Mr. Smith. Is that going to be enough? Goes for the cover. 1, 2. But Robert Walsh giving an opening for Mr. Adams to break that pinfall up. Possibly interested in keeping this match going, wants to put as much punishment on the firm as he is able to do so in this absolutely barbaric contest. Speaking of barbarism, John Newton swinging with that light tube and crushing a light tube against the ribs of Mr. Adams. Oh my God! On the firm starting to get things rolling, but just as I say so, Robert Walsh cutting him off with that lariat. Big swinging neck breaker from Newton, and this time it's Mr. Mr. Adams sent to the outside onto that explosive barbed wire. And once again, just breaking another light tube against one of the members of the firm.
10 minutes gone.
I said before this match started that Robert Walsh was the hardcore specialist, but John Newton is no slouch in this particular contest. And hold on, this could be it. It is. And Robert Walsh wanting to deliver a little bit more punishment to the firm, just to further assert their dominance in this tag team contest, in this tag team division, picking up the victory with the mandible claw after breaking 2 light tubes, after sending members of the firm onto those electrified explosive barbed wire posts to the outside 3 times. Robert Walsh and John Newton just in complete control of that match. And yeah, just getting word from producers from the Judgment Pro Wrestling office, and of course this all began with Robert Walsh, and this will end with Robert Walsh picking up the victory. And that very well may be why he allowed Mr. Adams to break up that pinfall from John Newton. He wanted to prove to himself, to the firm, to the audience in attendance, that he was going to be the man to pick up the win. But we do have one more match for you guys tonight, and it is the main event. Yeah, that was absolutely not a 66 evaluated match, although I think the game is biased against like blood and guts style matches. Which, you know, it is what it is. because, yeah, that was a good-ass match. And yeah, I am in total agreement as far as, like, the tag team death matches a little bit more interesting because, like, more stuff is happening, and when more stuff is happening, that's more people sent to the outside, more people picking up and using foreign objects. Just overall a real good time. But, so if you remember from last week's show, the paperwork was signed for Sterling to officially challenge Terrell for the Blake's House heavyweight title. James Holloway saw fit to insert himself into the title picture. However, with a little bit of help from Zero Lopez, Sterling retained his #1 contender spot, and this match will go on as it was planned last week. Sterling Thomas, Terrell Benjamin, in Terrell's first ever Blake's House heavyweight title defense since he won the belt off of Shenjo several weeks ago. So let us go ahead and get into this contest right now. Really tough to get a read on Terrell's state, both his mind state as well as his level of preparedness for this match. He has been in very limited singles action, aside from that champion versus champion exhibition, where he had an extremely competitive match against the dominant force that is A-Man. But that was just one match, where Sterling has been showing week in and week out just how effective a competitor he is. Just how ready he is to hold Blake's House gold. But we'll have to see exactly what he is able to do. Big boy senton from Terrell. As Terrell was absolutely the Cinderella story of Blake's House, competing in Battle Royal after Battle Royal for over 10 weeks, finally getting a shot at Mag.Lo, beating Mag.Lo, finally getting a shot at the heavyweight champion that was Shenjo, beating Shenjo. So Terrell is certainly not someone you can afford to underestimate, as very much embodies that any given Sunday mentality where he only needs 3 seconds to beat you. He only needs to be better than you for 3 seconds in a match. But Sterling not giving him that opportunity as he drives Terrell's head square into the canvas with that tombstone pile driver. Sterling showing off that his amazing displays of power. Sterling, of course, has the size advantage here, but to say he has the power advantage would be unfair to Terrell. And Sterling swinging wildly with that steel chair, but neither of those attacks finding their mark. Terrell just too elusive for him. And big pop-up cutter, center of the ring. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, that Terrell is not giving up too much in terms of power. You see those leaping brainbusters, lifting and dropping a man significantly larger than himself. He's going to have no problem matching Sterling power for power. And hold on just a moment, burning hammer right on that Whale Boys logo. Terrell wants to finish this match right now, goes for the cover. 1, 2. Count 2. Sterling after that devastating head drop, trying to find a way to get himself back into this match. Maybe a little bit disoriented, misjudged the distance there, and that's going to create another opening for Terrell as he drives his elbow right into the center of the back of Sterling. And this time, X marks the spot, elbow right into the center of the chest, and Terrell in total control right now. And Terrell getting the crowd amped up, getting the crowd behind him. As the crowd chants his name. But Sterling trying to cry at the crowd, but Terrell will not be silenced, and neither will this Blake's House audience, as Terrell, big gorilla press, just tossing Sterling into the mat. And massive frog splash in honor of his Uncle Eddie, and follows up with a diving elbow drop. But Sterling to his feet, ducks the clothesline and responds back, just crushing his sides up against his knees there. But Terrell, another big leaping brainbuster, and Harada will start his count.
2.
Terrell just taking a moment to breathe in the center of the ring while Sterling reevaluates his plan of attack. Big headbutt from Terrell. Still just in complete control. Sterling is having a great deal of difficulty even getting any offense in. This is the Terrell that won the Blake's House Heavyweight Championship, but Sterling responding back. Open palm strikes the chest. He's going up top, high risk, and big double stomp off the top rope. And Terrell with that patented Worzallas style elbow drop, but Terrell able to kick out. Emerald Flosion just so dangerously close to that steel chair. Terrell goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3 count fall. And very much like the case of Terrell against A-Man just a few weeks ago, if you thought Terrell has lost a step, you would be mistaken. Terrell Terrell avoiding singles action, not because he is afraid to defend his title, as he is clearly extremely capable of going head-to-head with some of the best Blake's House has to offer. As he will best Sterling in his first ever Blake's House heavyweight title defense. But that will conclude the official portion of tonight's card. So if you will stick with us, we of course have the bonus matches while we can hang out with you guys in the chat. See, Christine literally wrestled tonight. Also going to strike out. Good one, because we see him pretty regularly. But otherwise, could go with anybody else still available. Also, like, this is the game being the game. I was not expecting... I am very cool with Tiger Mask being the red corner competitor. I was actually legitimately not expecting Terrell to win that match. Because for the past several weeks, Sterling has just been on an absolute tear. Which, like, momentum in the context of the game doesn't really matter. but also it is an indicator of, hey, this is a very effective character that can beat a lot of different types of people, but couldn't put Terrell away, as Terrell was just like winning all of those. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, Terrell was just winning all those grapple exchanges, very much in the same situation with GK, like a lot of your MMA guys. Like, hey, sometimes the guy that you're pulling for doesn't win any of the grapples and they just get blown up, which is kind of how that match felt. Like, Sterling had a really strong start, and then Terrell just kept winning all the grapples. But, you guys aren't going to pick a name. I think I'm going to go with Asia Kong. And we're just going to go ahead and do this.
Hoi.
Also, wasn't really expecting Princler and the Alpizars to beat the Yagami team. But, I don't know, it was weird. Just with how, like, Team Blake's house against the Yagami team was last week. Where Raiden very nearly reversed OCV'd, so, like, I don't know, maybe the Yagami team is just, like, real swingy. One thing I do really like how it happened, like totally coincidental, but having the Mixed Wrestling Organization heavyweight title match being Dick Bruiser versus Jim Jack, because yeah, I think the first ever signed competitor to Nick's Wrestling Organization up against the most recent signed competitor to Nick Wrestling Organization, like, it tells a good story by itself, so it's going to be a really easy match to sell. So, like, I am kind of glad that happened the way it did, although I think another fun angle would have been if Bartholomew won, just because of how dominant he was in the trios division, now coming into the singles division. So there was a lot of potential angles in that match. I mean, honestly, same deal with Studley. Like, hey, he had a really great week last week. If he keeps that momentum going, and then he runs into the title, like, didn't really have anything in my mind for, like, what the storyline would be if Brad Chad won. But, I mean, I guess that could just kind of be the underdog story, because he hasn't really had a lot of success on the show. But, like, now he's in the main event picture. Yeah, I think that makes sense, is, like, what the angle could have been. Because, yeah, he would be, like, super underdog because he hasn't really done a whole lot, but, like, now he's a big star. Also, Asia Kong, legitimately scary person, even now. God, she's just pulling out so many steel chairs. Like, Bull Nakano in the year of our Lord 2020 looks like a sweet old lady. Asia Kong in the year of our Lord 2020 still looks like she could kill you in real life. I mean, I absolutely believe that Bull Nakano could also kill you in real life, but Asia Kong is still, like, a beast of a human being. And still wrestles every once in a while. Like, I know she was on a couple AEW things, which is pretty cool. Holy shit, Tiger Mask going super high risk off the top rope and diving into the barricade. So like I watch a lot of New Legacy stuff, which, as I've mentioned before, like is kind of the reason why. Well, like not the main, like it is one of the main reasons I got into like doing this as a thing, and like watching their WWE 2K stuff with their like AI versus AI stuff. Man, the AI in that game is bad. Like as soon as they get to the outside and a fight breaks out there, they are extremely going to have a double count out basically every time. Yeah. I know in like your version of the Rapture, like he has I believe he has a stretch muffler as a like finishing hold. And like can figure out what else he can have that would like we could give him that will like end matches. So yeah, I'll have to for sure update him on my save, and we can make some little tweaks to some of your other guys. Like I feel like Jim Jack, especially notably, because he has a lot of moves that are like match-ending type moves, so he should be covering off of a lot of those things like that. I bet money this match happened in real life. Actually, the more I'm thinking about it. Because Tiger Mask wrestled everybody. And Aja Kong was everywhere in Japan and in, like, all around the world, really. Yeah, like, Matt's, like, position is still somewhat up in the air, because I know that was kind of part of your idea. Is like, alright, yeah, you can fight with us, but you're not really in yet. And, like, I'm sure you kind of want to do some promotion to kind of set up your event. So, we'll kind of figure out what that looks like over this week or so. But I am about to go off air. If you are watching this on YouTube or watching the VOD, I mention this every week. We are here every Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, at twitch.tv/MondayCindy. So if you are interested in some weekly episodic wrestling content, that is the place to be. This week specifically, I am pretty sure the Twine game Baseball 2 is coming out this week, and I am very much looking forward to playing that. We'll very likely be streaming it sometime, basically whenever that actually comes out. And might do some other sporadic streams over the course of the week. Been meaning to play some more MechWarrior, been meaning to get back on Battletech because I haven't streamed that in a while, so there's a lot of stuff I could do. It's just a matter of actually sitting down to do it. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and throw you guys over to Blake while I go off air. But as always, appreciate you guys for coming out, and hope to see y'all next week.